Wife admitted to virtual affair, but nothing else. Last December, I found texts from my 30M wife, 29F, and her ex from over 6 years ago. My wife, i.e., girlfriend at the time, reached out to him to rekindle the flame. They continued to chat, and he brought up that he was looking for a job. They both work as nurses. My wife mentioned that her hospital had openings and that she would put in a good word for him. Well, that happened, and he did actually get a job in the ER. After he got the job, January 2018, she reached back out asking how he was liking the job. From January to May 2018, there were random texts in their conversational thread that did not make sense. As if she was deleting text messages. But that aside, honestly everything seemed pretty above board. But I had a weird gut feeling something was off. Rather than confronting her then, I texted the guy asking if anything suspicious happened. He reassured me that nothing happened. That they bumped into each other in the hallways at work, nothing but professional things. This was again in December 2022, when I first found these texts and reached out to him. Fast forward to today, yesterday, I get a text from someone claiming to be his wife. She mentions that she found my conversation in December with her husband. She says he was lying to me. He had been dating her during the same time frame. That my wife and him were sexting and had been secretly meeting up after their shifts. So I texted this guy's wife back for evidence. Who knows, she could be bullshitting me. She sent me a revealing photo of my wife and a few snippets of conversation from his phone that was definitely not part of the conversation thread on my wife's phone. So my wife had obviously deleted texts. This morning, I confronted my wife about this. At first she claimed that this was all made up and that everything was above board. She never hooked up with anyone, that she never sent photos, etc. With the evidence in hand, I showed it to my wife, who then admitted that they did send photos, but it was so long ago she could not remember the details. She kept saying it was so long ago she couldn't remember. I then asked her about them meeting secretly. She said that would walk out to each other's cars at the end of the shift. But she is beyond adamant that nothing ever happened physically. She opened up that they texted often, and that they had sent nudes, but nothing ever progressed beyond that. I told her that I am not an idiot. No one does all the above, sneaks around at the hospital after their shift, and does nothing physical. She then breaks down, crying, saying that I am so sorry, and says I did all of the other things. She feels terrible, etc. But that she 100% never did anything physical. Jesus. I am not sure there is any evidence that anything ever physically happened. And without a smoking gun, I am not sure my wife will ever admit to it. I texted this guy's wife about firm evidence, and she can only find the choppy couple of threads that she sent me, and the photo of my wife. We have had an incredible marriage and recently had a newborn, 3 months. I love him to pieces. Yes, he is mine. Paternity test. I just feel so betrayed, torn, and lost. Divorce seems so fucking messy, and I really do not want to lose time with my son. What the fuck do I do?